I feel like I'm right in line with what all of my interests are. I'm right in line with something I'm passionate about, and it still can be used for the gospel. I don't have to be a pastor in a church for God to use me. I can own a business, and God is happy with me, and I'm right where He wants me to be. My name is Ethan Martin, and I'm the owner of Tail Teller's Fly Shop. When I was 10 years old, I would spend like a week or two with my grandparents every summer. We went to Kmart, and he bought me this fly rod, and then he sent me out to the front yard, set up a hula hoop, and said, "Land it in the hula hoop." And then he walked away. So for like the rest of the afternoon, I sat there trying to make it into the little hula hoop by myself. And it was a lot of fun. And then that kind of turned into a guy who was a friend of my dad's, was really into fly fishing and then making them. And so he bought me this little kit to make my own flies. I was making bugs when I was a little kid just so I could go and catch fish in the local pond. And then when I started selling them, that's when it kind of went full circle, because then I could actually fund my own habit or obsession or whatever you want to call it. I realized a lot of my strengths and my desires were in helping people through fly fishing and being there with people, because you can spend 2 hours or an hour in a coffee shop and you think that you get to know somebody, or you can spend 7 hours at a river and they can't leave you. So you can really get to know people really well through fly fishing. And so I'd always thought it would be cool to have a business that's what it is. You get to spend time with people, you get to meet people that you wouldn't usually. So for me, when I was thinking it through, I was like, I don't want to be a full-time tyer. I don't want to be a guide. I like teaching, but I didn't want to have that sort of a stress. And then it thought, well, if I have a shop, it kind of hits all of the checkpoints that I like personally, and it's a good long-term solution for me, because fly fishing is growing. There's a lot more people that are doing it now than ever before. It's a worldwide sport, if you will. So it's like you can start it here, and then you can open up a shop in Ireland, or you can open up a shop in Colorado, or anywhere, and it can be a source of income, and you kind of automatically tap into a pre-existing community, which is another nice thing, because I didn't do much to build my community here. It was just, there's already fly fishing people around, and they want that sort of a place where they can come and talk and say, hey, I went fished here, and they like that place. So it's sort of like you're tapping into a community that already exists. So it's kind of like a win-win-win for me. I get to do what I like. It's my full-time job. I get to be around people that I like, and I get to do the thing that I like. So that's kind of living the dream right now anyway. I cared about ministry. I thought I was going to be a pastor for the rest of my life. But then my move into what I'm doing now, owning this business, really has felt like God's greater purpose for me, because I've been able to get into a community of people who, they wouldn't step foot into a church. They would step into a riverbed with me though, and I can tell them everything that I could have told them at the church. So for me, that's one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to open this business, was because I wanted to do what I felt like God was calling me to. And even though it felt weird to me at first, I know that this is where God wants me.